Hello and good evening from St. Louis Park High School. I'm Bruce Overland along with Tom Whitlock. And it's game 2 here from St. Louis Park tonight as the boys game between the Edina Hornets and the St. Louis Park Orioles. Starting lineups for the St. Louis Park Orioles will be Cole Ewald, Eric Peel, Aaron Ellingson, Paris Johnson, and Stanley Jackson. The leading scorer for the Orioles there is Paris Jackson, averaging 16, Cole Ewald 13.6, and Peel 10.4. Got for Edina, it's going to be Cable, Prestis, Glenna, Helgren, and Hudson. Hudson, the big player, number 50, averaging 18.4 points per game. Easily controls the tip. And we're underway here with Edina with the basketball. Prestis.
Well, it's nice to see St. Louis Park get the win against Washburn over the weekend after what I thought was a good performance against Hopkins. So we'll see what kind of a start we get off to here.
Yeah, Coach Breitenbucher very happy with the way they played against Hopkins. What he's worried about here is Edina in the past has had some really good guard play, but now they've got the height, and that's what has really been tough on other teams, and that's going to be St. Louis Park as well. They can't get in foul trouble. So Helgren gets the first basket of the game and the free throw, and it's 3-0. We saw Hopkins take an early 9-0 lead, and St. Louis Park played them evenly the rest of the game. Orioles need to get a good start here. Johnson missing the shot. Stanley Jackson could get the rebound, but stolen away by the Orioles. Good play by Paris. Ellingson drives in, couldn't get that shot to go, and the rebound taken down. Number 11 is Noah Cable. Paris Johnson doing a good job defensively right now. Very active.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting matchup tonight for both Johnson and Jackson against the taller offensive players for Edina.
Yeah, not much you can do when they get the ball inside to the big guy, Jacob Hudson.
I think the other interesting thing, it'll be interesting to see. One of the ways you can deter that entry pass into the post is by having your guards play very aggressive on the perimeter to defend against that entry pass.
So Ellingson's had a couple shots inside. None of them have been able to fall yet. And now Edina with the basketball, driving down the lane. Missed shot. Orioles fight to get the basketball.
Nice job by Ewald there.
Almost an over and back that time. Not a good pass by the Orioles. It's turned over again.
Yeah, Peel just kind of got caught in the air there.
Fortunately, Glenna is too strong on the shot. You see Edina very active on defense. Peel. I'd like to get Ewald open for a shot. And push on Glenna, first foul of the game for Edina. Get a look at Landon Glenna, the senior guard.
The other thing that got St. Louis Park in trouble against Hopkins was a lot of those long kind of top of the key passes that got intercepted. So we'll see if they can kind of clean that up.
Nice pass inside, and we're gonna get a block. It'll be Ellingson's second foul, and Deontay Ross is gonna come into the game quickly for the Orioles.
Good. Fouls on Hudson will shoot one more. Deontay Ross checks into the Orioles.
Yeah, Ellingson's an important player for St. Louis Park, so picking up 2 quick fouls. I'm not sure we're going to see much of him here in the rest of the first half.
That's one where you have a big guy, you just need bodies in there, right?
Yeah, you're just going to have to keep throwing bodies at him and making them work, trying to wear them out. But I thought Ross gave him some good minutes against Hopkins last week.
Good rebound by Stanley. Oh, it's so important to get the first points of the game and get them earlier than later. You're going to get points, but There's that pass, and once you get Hudson in there, it's not much you can do. So you gotta really front that pass and not let him get that ball down low like he has.
Yeah, you kind of pick your poison defensively, whether you want to stand behind him because he's so big that he can back people down, or if you try to front him and deny that pass.
He's got a good touch on the free throws as well. Edina getting the rebound. 9-2, Hornets with the lead. Inside again. Again, the rebound for the Hornets. Second chance opportunities. Ross going for the steal.
You can see Ross was playing that backside defense, trying to give a little extra help to Stanley down low.
Ross had the baseline blocked up. Good defense by the Orioles, but Hudson, the shot wouldn't go, and they're going to call jump ball. So Orioles will get the ball in the alternate possession.
Yeah, I think that was a good call. They tied it up there.
Looked like Paris Johnson. Open in the corner, Peel.
And that was a nice pass by Ross to find Peel in the corner. Good job by Stanley.
Yeah, and a good move by Hudson not to get called for a charge. He went around him, but just couldn't get the shot to fall. Unable to get Ewald open right now for a shot. Good save. And now back in the hands of Paris Johnson. A couple turnovers back to back. And Peel hits this one from outside. 9-5.
It's going to be important for St. Louis Park to have a good night from those perimeter shooters.
Outside shot does not go by Helgren.
And I think for Paris and for Stanley to see if they can't find some kind of mid-range shots where they're not driving into the height of Edina.
That time Paris Johnson snuck underneath the basket, was able to get the ball and finish. Orioles have cut the lead to 2. Johnson with the steal, and we're going to get a foul on Edina. That was a good foul for the Hornets. So.
Yeah, I think Paris would have been off to the races there.
Foul on Helgren.
Nice body control by Paris Johnson there to take the contact and still finish.
Good hustle by the Orioles, out of bounds. Edina's basketball. And
yeah, you can see Paris's speed is really helping him.
from outside, that's a 2 for Hudson. He had his foot on the line.
Boy, we've got a big guy with that kind of range. It's a nice weapon.
Ewald doesn't get the shot. Rebound by the Orioles. What a great rebound. And underneath, they couldn't get it to go. Stanley Jackson blocked.
They were looking for Hudson down low there.
Tipped by the Orioles, and they can't save it. Will Dvorak will come in for the Orioles.
And I thought Will gave them some good minutes against Hopkins. You know, hit some threes, and these are important minutes to give Ewald a blow.
Nice pass by Hudson.
Good contest there by Paris.
Yeah, Reek unable to get his shot to fall, and Orioles have the basketball in the front court. This is Ross. Takes it down the lane. Shot was blocked nicely by Cable. And a nice try to the basket by Helgren.
Yeah, nice finish by Helgren.
Good job by Dvorak to keep that one alive. Johnson hits again.
I like Paris's energy coming out here in the first half. Especially after getting down 8-0 right away, and after the Hopkins game to kind of rally themselves back into this game.
Yeah, he's coming off a 23-point game. Rebound by Stanley Jackson from the Dynamis. Ross slowing things down a little bit. All the way to the basket. Nice play by Deontay.
He worked hard on that one, just maintaining his dribble on the perimeter and then finally driving to the hoop. And kind of had a reverse layup there. You can see Peel providing help defense on the backside of Hudson.
That was Marcus Crawford. Nice shot by the Orioles. Wide open. Helgren misses the shot. He didn't know if he wanted to dunk it or not. And
I think he felt Paris's presence there, and it just threw him off just enough.
Three-point Hornet lead. Nice pass inside, but too far was Ross.
They got too far under, and he had to bring the ball. Oh, good finish by Hudson and good pass.
10 points already in the game for Hudson. 18.
I think those passes give Coach Breitenbucher a little heartburn.
Dvorak a little flat on that shot, but it's a shot he hit last game.
Yeah.
Against Hopkins that we did.
Oh.
Nice job by Johnson. Trying to split the defense, and he'll draw a foul.
Just that speed of Johnson. Even though he got beat on the back door, he was able to recover and pick that pass off.
Paris trying to catch his breath right now. He's played hard so far in the first half. Hasn't had a breather. Ewald back in the game for the Orioles. Like to get him a couple shots.
Mm-hmm.
Missed three. Orioles get the ball. Jackson. And he's going to call for travel.
Yeah, you can see Paris is asking for a blow.
Ethan Schmitz in the game for St. Louis Park, number 12.
Well, with Hudson out, as much as Paris wants to come out, I think this is an opportunity for him maybe make some hay.
And traveling. Called. So it's funny to bring Ellingson in now that Hudson isn't in there. He's got 2 fouls.
Yeah, he'll have to be careful here.
Paris Johnson is over by the water cooler, just like hunched over. He needed a breather. Ewald.
Oh, good aggressive dribble by, or drive by Ewald. See, just recognizing that opening and attacking it. You saw the little hesitation in the defense there.
That was on Carroll. Ewald to shoot 2.
Oh, missing the first.
That was a struggle in the Hopkins game as well. St. Louis Park did not shoot well from the free throw line. Hopefully just getting to the free throw line will help get Ewald into the flow here. It'd be nice to see him get some shots. But Ellingson, oh.
It's getting wild inside. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's been brewing a little bit. They got tangled up underneath.
How are they going to call this?
Not sure if they're going to call it both ways.
They're going to call it against Edina. Bastion Swinney, number 44.
That was fortunate for St. Louis Park because they didn't want Ellingson picking up his 3rd foul. But those are 2 pretty strong kids that have that are battling out there.
Foul number 5 for Edina. It's 18-14. Ewald drives in, turnaround shot. Tough, think his body turned straight to the basket, and now the Orioles will pick up a foul in the backcourt. So Dvorak gets called for the foul. That's his first, 4th team foul. And Paris Johnson will come back in.
After drinking the full water cooler, he's ready to go.
Six minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half.
Edina's kind of had a hard time finding a shot here with Hudson out.
3 in and out. Ewald with the rebound. Spin move by Ewald into the corner. And we'll get a block. As Ellingson is driving to the basket.
Well, Hudson's back in.
Yes, Swinney picking up his 2nd foul, 16th foul.
Yeah,
One more, Orioles will be in the bonus.
That 2nd foul for Sweeney.
Oh, that's Ewald's shot. He's got to hit it, and he does.
That 2nd foul for Sweeney actually plays against St. Louis Park because he has to go to the bench, and that means Hudson comes back in.
And the 3 on the other end misses, and Paris Johnson with the rebound.
Nice job corralling that rebound.
Dvorak, Johnson.
You can see he's still winded.
Ewald from 3, a little long. Good rebound by the Orioles. Johnson looking for a foul, doesn't get the call, but it's out of bounds. Oriole basketball, and Peel will come back into the game for the Orioles.
Yeah, that was a nice rebound by Dvorak. Actually, kind of pushed Hudson out of the way to get that rebound.
Blake Anderson, number 11, in for the Orioles. Three is good by Blake.
Nice ball movement there to find the open guy on the perimeter. That almost hit the ceiling.
Yeah, we didn't see Blake play at all against Hopkins.
See what? Yeah, you can see Ewald coming to double team Hudson down low.
And a turnover against the Hornets, and the Orioles with a 2-point lead here with 4:39 to go in the first half. Ewald's trying to catch his breath as he goes up the court. And we get a foul on Parachip.
Yeah, you can see he just kind of lowered his shoulder there.
Much his elbow right there.
Johnson foul his first, team fifth.
Five team fouls on the Orioles. All the way to the basket. That was just missed by Prestis.
Yeah, it was a nice aggressive play to the hoop.
Now Ewald takes one to the hoop. And it was last touch by Hudson.
Ross back into the game for St. Louis Park.
That is Ross back in, replacing Anderson. Johnson just a little too hard off the iron.
Yeah, I feel like Johnson feels like he can back Prestis down to the hoop.
Edina's played a lot of players in this game. Almost
a carry there.
Oh, this is going to be number 2 on Paris. So 2 quick fouls.
I think Coach Breitenbucher wants to be very careful with Paris. He's coming out here.
With Helgren in, this is a tall lineup now for Edina. Hudson hits the 3.
Yeah, second time from that spot.
So Edina back on top, 21-20. And the Orioles turn the ball over.
Just slipped out of Stanley's hands there. It's going to be important for Park here in the last 3 minutes with Paris sitting on the bench to
close it strong, right?
Close it strong and keep this game close going into the half. Because I think they've played a really nice half. I mean, it's pretty low scoring, but
right. Defensively,
I think they've done a nice job on Hudson. Hudson's going to get his points, but I think they're definitely making him work.
Omar. Nice. A hot Omar.
Yeah, that was a nice step back three-pointer there.
Yeah, Ross taking it in. They've got to know what's underneath the basket. And really the St. Louis Park Orioles points cannot come right in that position there.
No, it's going to be a long day if they continue to drive right into the defense like that. Right into the height of Edina.
Put back, Orioles get a break.
Boy, yeah, you can see just Park is undersized with this lineup.
This is Helgren. Two for 2 from the free throw line is Helgren. 25-20 our score, 2:27 remaining in the first half. Missed free throw, but the putback, again, the Orioles didn't box out. And Coach Reidenbucher doesn't want this one to get away.
Yeah, I think that's a good timeout. You can see that St. Louis Park, you know, just playing against Hudson is a tough challenge. But that's one where you just can't let them get to the basket like that on a free throw. 15
points in the first half. So for Hudson, strong first half. Rankings for 4A. Eden Prairie number 1, Crean Durham Hall number 2, Prior Lake 3, East Ridge 4, Park Center 5, Shakopee number 6, Hopkins 7, Eastview 8, Tartan 9, and Spring Lake Park number 10.
Yeah, did you see? I think Shakopee had their game canceled tonight because they had over 100 kids call in with the flu.
Oh, really? Stay out of that area.
Well, Chanhassen also had their game canceled because of that. So get your flu shots.
You're saying it's an early flu season. Turnover. Coming out of the timeout, the Orioles not protecting the basketball. Omar missing the shot. Orioles heel in the front court. Ewald steps out, puts up the 3.
Just seemed a little off balance on that 3.
Right.
It was a good.
He may have seen
shot.
Hudson from the corner of his eye.
Yeah. I feel like he's in the corner of everybody's eye.
Well, that was a travel, I think. Yep, I think they call it.
That was a good cut by Glenna. I remember his younger or older brother played for Edina. He was a very good football player.
So we're approaching the 1 minute mark, 1:15 to go. Ewald is going to slow it down. Edina's going to come out after the basketball. Knocked out of bounds, Orioles ball.
I'm not sure if St. Louis Park is trying to get an offensive flow there or if they're thinking about trying to hold for the last shot.
Still a lot of time with 53 seconds.
Yeah, that's a long time. That's just a turnover waiting to happen when you try to hold it that long. Unless Edina plays defense like this, then it's pretty easy to hold it to the last. It'll be nice to see St. Louis Park get a quality shot here going into the half. Cut this down under 5.
So 27-20 score. The Orioles will get to 10 seconds. Ewald now. Inside, shot was blocked. And Ewald, and no foul called. And
I think it was a great cut to the basket, but you know, we've seen that a couple times today. That, you know, getting right into the lane.
Right. What a.
It's tough to get a shot off with Hudson standing right in the middle. So either trying to find some pull-up jump shots or some floaters to throw it up over that size of Edina, I think is going to be important for St. Louis Park because they were right there till the last 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see more of an inside-out type game. They're going to have to drive in and then find someone outside that they can pass the ball back out to, because again, they're not getting those shots inside against Hudson. He's just a monster in there.
Yeah, they got some nice shooters in Ewald and Dvorak and Peel that I think they can do damage with that kind of an approach. So we'll see what they come up with out of the half here.
Yeah, and the Orioles only getting 20 points offensively in that half, but again, they only gave up 27. They played pretty good defense against this Edina team who can put points on the board. So we're at halftime here from St. Louis Park. 27-20 our score. Stay with us. We'll have more basketball coming up shortly.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
27-20 our score as we get ready to start the second half. It'll be Edina's basketball to start the second half. And it looks like starters, Noah Cable, Prestis, Glenna, Helgren, and Hudson for Edina. For the Orioles, it's Ewald, Peel, Ellingson, Johnson, and Jackson. So both teams going with their starting lineups that started the game.
This is going to be important first few minutes here for St. Louis Park, especially Paris, to get him active and involved. He's an important part of that St. Louis Park team.
And for the Orioles to stay out of foul trouble. Jackson with the rebound for the Orioles on the missed shot by Prestis. Ellingson to Ewald. Floater doesn't go, and the rebound taken down by the big guy Hudson. Helgren. His shot off the mark, and inside rebound by Peel, and he's fouled from behind.
Nice rebound by Peel. Well, you could see just on that last drive by Ewald that he released that floater early to get it off over the Edina defense.
Hudson with 15 points, Helgren with 6. They led the Hornets to most of their points out of the 27. 21 there, counted for. And for the Orioles, Paris Johnson led the team with 6 points. Ewald had 4, Peel 3, Ross had 2, and Stanley Jackson with 2. Stanley Jackson off the glass and in.
That was with the kiss. Nice find by Paris. They double teamed Paris, and he found Stanley.
5-point game. Cable out for Glenna. Back to Cable. Glenna in the corner. Gets the screen from Hudson. Hudson now will pop for 3. And he hits.
That's a tough shot to defend.
And that's a pretty valuable player when you can not only hit from inside, but you've got the outside game as well.
Yeah, I just heard that he actually committed to playing at Chicago Loyola. Nice to have that decision behind you.
Don't they have that mascot, the lady? What's her?
Yeah, the nun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them in the.
Mother.
I saw I don't know. Could be Mother Mary. That's an easy one. Not sure if that's right, but I saw them in the Final Four. That was a historic run for them to get there. A quick exit, but an achievement to get there.
Oh, absolutely. I think they were America's team. And nice shot by Peel.
You could see St. Louis Park is trying to spread things out, and Peel was just squared up nicely, looking right at the hoop for that 3. And I think it's important for St. Louis Park to continue to get quality shots like that, and not the contested.
3 missed and out of bounds. Orioles basketball. And you can see Edina's not getting a lot of points from other players other than Helgren and Hudson so far in this game. And right now it doesn't matter, but I'm sure they'd like to get a little bit more of a balanced scoring attack.
Well, and it's really important when those guys come out of the game for St. Louis Park to make a run and take advantage of that. You could see they struggled in the first half when those players came out.
Ewald to the basket, cross court. Jackson, shot won't go.
Nice.
Rebound by Paris Johnson. He doesn't get it to go, but follows the basketball, and we're going to get a foul underneath.
On Helgren, I think. Just great effort by Paris there. You know, getting the rebound. You know, out jumping the defender to get that rebound.
Foul number 2 on Helgren. Ewald misses a shot, tried to get the rebound, followed up. Oh, good trailer that time. And Hudson, cross court. Edina moving the ball well right now. Work it inside for the slam. Good ball movement for the Hornets.
Really good ball movement.
Foul on number 14, Preston.
It's his first team third.
Deontay Ross in the game for the Orioles, replacing Ewald.
Deontay Ross back in the Orioles.
I just took a little extra step there. Good defense by Cable there.
So 7-point Hornet lead. They have the basketball as Preston will bring it into the front court. High pass and good front by Ellingson.
Yeah, I thought that should have been a jump ball.
Helgren again, and they're going to call a foul. That could have been a jump ball there too.
Yeah.
Look right here, Ellingson. He had that long enough. Usually they'll call it a jump, but they didn't.
Yeah, I thought that could have been a travel as well.
And that Jackson did look like he may have had some wrist there, so. Helgren 2 for 3 from the free throw line in this game. So Jackson out, Dvorak in. A little smaller lineup now for the Orioles.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little quicker lineup. See if they can force
maybe
some
more of a
turnover.
shooting lineup so they can get some shots. Good
Yeah.
rebound by Paris.
I think maybe they can try to force some turnovers.
Peel with the shot and ball is out of bounds. Ellingson kept it alive, and it's going to be Oriole basketball.
You can see that was a nice drive by Peel and a good recognition to pull up instead of driving all the way into the defense there.
Ellingson was almost behind Hudson. Hudson wasn't looking, and then finally.
Great finish by Ellingson. You can see they put the smaller Ellingson on Hudson just because of his strength.
Good open shot. Didn't go, and Paris Johnson with the rebound. Orioles into the front court, trailing by 6. Johnson will pop from outside, and he hits.
Nice work with the dribble to free himself up for that open shot.
Orioles cut it to 4. Hornets and a foul called. Looks like Deontay Ross.
He's got a hand in there. Yeah, you can see Hudson was not looking on that, and what a great finish by Ellingson.
Reek into the game now for the Hornets.
Oh, he just got caught underneath.
Trying to split the defense, Paris. touch by the Hornets.
Well, Park is finding themselves in a familiar position here. You know, they had cut it to 4 against Hopkins last week. We'll see what they can do here to get themselves.
Peel was able to save it.
Great save.
St. Louis Park's going to take a timeout.
I think Coach, more than anything, wanted to take a timeout and have a conversation with the referee. He didn't. I'm not sure what he's complaining about, but he saw something he didn't like.
So for the St. Louis Park Royals, upcoming games will be December 21st at Minnetonka. Looks like they got a road trip going here with a few games at Stillwater and then Mount Westaka. And then they come home and they start the conference play with a game at against Chanhassen here at home on January 10th, and then at Bloomington Jefferson on the 11th. Big game coming up on January 4th. That's at.
Yeah, I see that just got moved to Target Center.
It did. That's Minnehaha Academy against, is it Sienna Valley or Sierra Valley? It's one of those valleys, but LeBron James and Dwayne Wade's kids play on that team, and they sold that game out of Minnehaha Academy very, very quickly, and there's so many more people that wanted to go see that game, so I'm really glad that they moved the venue.
Yeah, such a smart move, because, I mean, a lot of good basketball players in those games, and a lot of people want to see that kind of talent play. So great recognition to move it to Target Center.
And even though the game will be on ESPN. So.
Yeah, right.
Well, 5-second call on the Orioles.
Yeah, you can see Ross was just a little frustrated that there wasn't enough people coming free there.
That's tough because you're coming out of a timeout with the play and unable to execute. Again, Edina unable to hit the shots from outside, and foul. Paris Johnson will get his third, I believe, unless they call it from the player from behind.
Oh, I think that right. You could see. I thought it almost could have been called an offensive foul because Helgeson just kind of pushed Paris out of the way.
And again, so far in this game, it's been pretty much all Helgeson and Hudson. You're not getting points from the other players on the court.
And not even a lot of shots from the other players. It'll be important here for St. Louis Park to be patient and wait for that quality shot here. Good defense by Cable.
Johnson.
Paris has got to be careful here.
Well, they get it back to Hudson, a little short on the shot. And now Paris comes in. And he draws the foul and puts it in. What a great continuation move by Paris Johnson.
Great finish.
Watch this, the ball was like tipped and he still was able to use that strength to continue the follow through.
Yeah, I think Cable was surprised that he got that off.
Ewald back into the game for the Orioles. And also
Lyons coming in for St. Louis Park.
Tayshawn Lyons, the first time we've seen him.
I think he's cousins with Kyrie Mayfield.
Johnson missing the free throw. Orioles have not been to the free throw line very much in this game. Only the third free throw attempt, I believe.
Now they have Ellingson is out, and they have Stanley back on Hudson. So this will be a big draw here for.
Well, the ball was tipped, so it's not over and back. Lions, you can see the quickness. That was a good move.
Good drive, good job protecting the ball as he drove to the basket. Reek.
Bears have to find some scoring here. Johnson.
Oh, what a soft touch.
And you see how far he had to hold the ball out to curl it around tall guys inside.
Yeah, he had it fully extended out to get that off.
Cable. Yeah, he's held.
I think Lions wanted an offensive foul there. Getting out over the top of that pick.
Then we get a timeout on the floor. No timeout.
Nope.
Sorry. Just an inbound.
Anderson coming back in. Anderson hit a big 3 in the first half.
Well, Hudson out.
Oh, good hands by Paris.
Elgren. The little guy gets the rebound.
Right place at the right time.
He says, if I hold it this low, no one can get it. Oh, Ewald just got in.
Yeah, he just
too
lost
quickly.
it there.
Yep. Oh, Shelly Jackson, and it's batted away. Ewald comes back to get the ball. Jackson back to Ewald.
That was good hustle by Ewald to get back.
Lions didn't see him in there.
Good recognition. Kick that back out. I like Lions' energy, though. He's provided some energy defensively.
He's a junior. Missed shot. Ashton Swinney's got a good size to him as he rolls to the inside. Good drive. It's Reek again.
Yeah, Reek has had a couple of nice drives here.
Back to a 6-point Edina lead. 7:18 remaining. They haven't been able to get Ewald to square up to the basket. There he finally has that opportunity, and he hits the 3.
That was an important shot for St. Louis Park. Back to a 3-point game.
Cole Ewald was such a great shot if he has that opportunity to get some space between him and the defender.
Right.
Floater. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Edina. The Orioles with a 3-pointer could tie this game up.
Peel and Ellingson and Ross coming back in.
Hudson back in. Yep.
So it'll be interesting defensively if they put Ellingson or Stanley on Hudson.
Ross out for the 3. And Peel hits to tie the game. Third 3 of the game for Eric Peel.
Great penetration by Ross and great vision to find Peel in the corner.
Good pressure by Ross. Edina in the front court. Tied at 39. 6 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. The 3 off the mark. Rebound by Ross. Loses the basketball temporarily. Gets it back.
Had it all the time.
Ross. Thinking about
I've
that.
seen that a couple times from Ross where he's had open threes and he hasn't taken them. I don't know if he likes driving to the hoop more.
Now Ross takes the outside shot, a little short. Bastion with the rebound.
They have Hudson and Sweeney in there. You'd think they'd be trying to take advantage of that down low.
Yeah, you think they have to set up a play for Hudson here. There it is.
Oh, I thought he was too far under the hoop. What a nice finish.
41-39. I don't know, Ellington just, that play's just not working for the Orioles, and they've got to.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. I mean, they've done such a nice job getting back into this with nice.
Well, Edina did a good job not, picking up a foul, and this time a charging called against the Hornets, and Orioles will get the ball back.
Seems like Ellington's played a lot of minutes on his back. It's been a rough game for him. That's a tough draw playing against Hudson, but it was a nice job standing in for that charge.
Well, as quarterback for the football team, he's on his back a few times, so it's not something new. It's just a little harder surface.
But he has no problem getting back up.
Ewald, a very tough shot. Kept alive, and now pulled down by Reek.
Yeah, I'm not sure Brighton Bucher's happy with that shot.
Swinney. Orioles hanging in there, though. They're down to 4:21 remaining, and drive to the basket. Good rebound by Peel. There's a three. A little long.
Yeah, I don't know how long they can keep Harris on the bench here. I think these are important minutes for him to get a rest, but
again underneath so far.
Well, he's so long that even though he's that far under the hoop, he can reach back and get a good shot.
Well, you called it. They got to bring Paris back in now.
Yeah. And St. Louis Park did such a great job getting back into this game, where they had those open open, well-balanced shots by Peel and by Ewald, and the just last few possessions they've had some wild possessions. Upcoming schedule here for Edina, the benefit of playing St. Louis Park, they get to face #1 Edina in their house to open up the Lake Conference schedule, and then three top 10 teams in a row. So tough schedule coming up.
Eden Prairie, Chaska, and Eastridge. Tough.
Not to mention a tough road trip of 5 games in a row. And then you got Minnehaha at the end. So a tough stretch for Edina. But this has been really another good game by St. Louis Park against a big Lake Conference team. They're within 4 here with a little less than 4 minutes to go. It'd be nice to see them kind of play with some poise and get some open shots here.
Well, and again, I think that goes to saying, you play these tough teams like Edina and Hopkins, and you're going to be well prepared for your conference schedule when you get to it. So.
Yeah, and Coach Brighton Bucher is a little frustrated. You can see on the sidelines. I think he feels like Sweeney is setting picks at the top of the key for the Edina guards, and he's sticking his elbow out. So I've seen him talking to the refs about that. So we'll see if that makes any impact here.
25 in the game for Hudson. Five-point Hornet lead. Orioles need a basket.
St. Louis Park wants to get in position here. They're looking for Stanley. They feel like they have a mismatch. I mean, with Paris.
Tough ball to handle by Ewald, but
A little fastball in the dirt.
yeah, he's a wide receiver, so he can do it. Now he takes it all the way to the hoop. Just couldn't get that one to go, and
He did it. That was actually a great open look. It just didn't go down for him.
Hudson wants the ball on the side. Stolen away by Paris. Dante's Ross. Oh, Ewald, he's got his shot, and it just didn't out. That's what the Orioles wanted there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great open look for Ewald.
And he didn't miss it by much. Inside, that's money.
Yeah, no, Edina kind of flooded the other side of the court, so there was no backside help.
7-point game. Orioles need something here, and they need it quick. Down to 2 minutes. Paris goes down after the shot. And now the Hornets with a 7-point lead. And Orioles,
yeah, they're going to have to start
defensive stop here.
They're going to have to start taking some risks. That's
There's
two turnovers in a row
throw
by
ball. Oh,
Hudson.
that's not a good pass. They tried to get a long pass to Ewald, but there were a lot of green bodies in the way.
Yeah, it's getting a little sloppy here with turnovers on both sides. And with, you know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes left.
Yeah, the
Same.
Orioles trailed by 7 at halftime, and it's a 7-point game right now, so pretty evenly played second half.
Yeah, I mean, we were tied at 39 just a few minutes ago, and Edina's been on a 7-0 run here, so there's still plenty of time for St. Louis Park to hit some shots here. You got the schedule here, or the regular season standings here for the Metro West. Again, just like the girls, you know, only 2 teams with winning records, Kennedy and Chaska. So it'll be another wide open field in the Metro West.
Right. And Kennedy's coming on a little bit this year.
Yeah, they've struggled in the past. No Richfield this year.
Orioles trying to trap the basketball. Edina will take time off of the clock if they can. Hellgren loses it out of bounds.
Nice job by Ross. Boy, that's such a luxury for Edina. It seems like a lot of those passes, they almost look like they're going out of bounds, those high passes, and they got the height just to pull those down.
Ewald, and he just could not get that one to go again.
Yeah, that was kind of a quick, he felt the defense coming, I think. Quick release.
And now they get it inside.
High percentage.
Right.
Good finish by Ewald.
Yes, so the Orioles will take a timeout. Here's the finish by Ewald. And Edina smart not to pick up any fouls there, and don't want to give St. Louis Park any extra points. They've got a 7-point lead. We're under a minute to go, 44 seconds. And again, you know, Edina, a really tough team in St. Louis Park, has done a great job to stay in this ball game and really make Edina work.
Yeah, I mean, holding Edina to 48 points, I mean, I think they did the same thing against Hopkins. Their defense is doing a great job of, you know, not a lot of extra shots for Edina. Forcing, you know, it was really just 2 guys doing the damage for Edina.
You know, and last year the Orioles had Anthony Rayson, who was a big guy in the middle, and that would have definitely, having a guy like that would have helped the Orioles tonight in this type of game. So.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I was talking to Coach Brighton Bucher at halftime of the women's game, and he was saying that it's been an adjustment for his team because he had Anthony Rayson for the past 3 years, And, you know, the offense kind of ran through him, and they don't have that kind of interior presence.
And I think if you're Edina, you're a little concerned. You're saying, you know, almost all of our points in this game have come from 2 players, and they have not gotten much scoring from, you know, Cable hasn't scored, Prestis hasn't scored, Glenna. So 3 of those starters had no points in this game.
Well, and I think, you know, once they get into conference and they face Eden Prairie and Hopkins, teams that can play, you know, some pretty good defense on players like Hudson, it's going to be important for those guards to contribute for their success.
Right, it's not like, you know, Hudson or Helgren has hogged the ball. I think Edina just has not gotten those shots to fall from other players.
Yeah, I thought Prestis had some really nice drives in the first half that just didn't go down for him. Nice turnover for Park.
And a nice finish.
They're not quitting. That was a nice quick shot, good finish by Paris, and a good kind of Euro step to get around Prestis.
Right, and it's set up by you know, Reek missing that front end of the 1-and-1, and that's what's going to have to, for the Oilers to get back in this game, they're going to have to play that foul game, and you know, see if Reek gets basketball again on an inbound, and if they try and foul him.
Well, and there's been some, you know, kind of some sloppy passes, so you never know. Just put some pressure on those Edina guards and see what happens.
Low-scoring contest here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the other thing, that St. Louis Park has to find a way to get more than 50 points a game. You know, they did it against Washburn, I think, but against some of these tougher teams, they've got to find some scoring. I think they've got to find ways to set up Ewald and some of their three-point shooters so they're not completely relying on Paris.
Well, that follows off of Helgren.
Paris did a nice job, got his hand in there and knocked it off the knee of Helgren.
That's a couple times that Helgren has not been able to hold on to the basketball. Get a hold.
And now St. Louis Park is shooting free throws with no time coming off the clock.
Yeah, not a good foul for Edina.
Third, team 7, Peel will shoot 1-1.
So here's where the Royals need to make the free throws.
As you can see, he took that deep breath just to calm himself before that shot. Good free throws by Peel there.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a one-possession game. And Paris fouls Helgren. He's frustrated, but that was a good foul. He had to do it, but that's number 4 on Paris, so you just got to make sure now he doesn't pick up number 5.
Yeah, I think he was frustrated. He felt like it was just a little bit of a bump. And you see they brought Anderson back in for some three-point shooting.
Helgren's missed a couple free throws, but he made a bunch too, though. Good free throws.
Yeah, big free throws there. Yep, we got to find Paris.
Oh, what a shot by Paris Johnson. Oh, my goodness. That is an amazing shot.
Just the
Look at this. That is crazy.
What a great scoop by Paris.
A circus shot by Paris Johnson.
Now they can cut it to 2 here. 21 seconds is a lot of time.
free throw. Orioles, tough defense. Edina has to call a timeout.
What? I mean, St. Louis Park was down 7 just a minute ago. And they've done such a great job to get back into this and finding Paris at crunch time, I think. I mean, some circus shots, fun to watch.
Oh, it really is. I mean, he is such a good ball player, and boy, he's been fun to watch in his first year last year, and now we've got another year. He's only a junior, so.
Well, and those, I mean, to the casual observer, those would look like lucky shots. Right. But he does that consistently. I mean, he did that in the first half, or earlier in the second half, where he fully extended that kind of hook over Hudson. So just, and he's got such soft touch. Fun to watch. Now, it's going to be, St. Louis Park has done a great job of denying the ball on these inbounds passes. So
I think Edina may try and just throw a high lob into Hudson here, let him shoot free throws.
Yeah, they're
Elgren and the foul.
Yeah, I was curious that Glenna did not pass it into
Paris?
Hudson.
If it was, it's number 5. Yeah. Unfortunate that Ewald was there, but
yeah, what a great game by.
So they show number 4 for Paris up on the board.
All right, we'll go with that.
Right.
Hudson shoot 1 and 1.
It was interesting on that inbounds play. Glenna had Hudson wide open, and he didn't pass it to him.
Another big free throw here for Helgren. Right now, we can make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, both clutch free throws.
4-point game.
Oh.
Inside.
Oh.
Missed shot by
Unfortunate by Ross. That was a great pass. Great pass by Anderson to get it to him. And I think Ross was almost surprised that he got the ball in that position.
Right. Yeah, you can just see off the front of the rim. Just didn't have the right angle on that one. And Hudson now goes to the free throw line, pretty much to ice this game.
Now this is where you'd like to have that NBA timeout where you could advance it to the front court.
$27 points for Hudson. Yep, the big guys have been the difference. Helgren and Hudson. And they're
it'll be interesting
coming up
to
big
see,
down the stretch here too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Edina does in the Lake Conference. And if they start to get some more scoring from their guards.
Ewald will put up the 3. He's got it. Time's running out.
Oh, they can just let it go. Well, great shot by Ewald there. What I mean, again, tough loss. But these are great Lake Conference teams with, Division I players on them. So nothing to hang your head about. I think the defense was fantastic again for St. Louis Park. And it's just trying to find ways to get some more points.
That's correct. And you can't say enough about how the Orioles just fought at the end there and gave themselves a chance to win the ball game. And, they just didn't finish it, but Edina had to make those free throws, and they did. They got 6 straight free throws at the end of the game on 1-and-1s. And so had they missed any of those, St. Louis Park had a chance to steal this basketball game. And, you got to, again, give Coach Breitenbucher a lot of credit. He had his team ready to play tonight against a really tough Edina team. So.
Yeah, I'm really impressed that, they do not quit. This team does not quit. They got down big to Hopkins, and they battled back and made that a game. And, they were down 7 or 8 with a minute and a half to go, and they easily could have started kind of given up on their offense, and they they stuck with it, and they got quality shots to get themselves back in quickly.
Yeah, and, and St. Louis Park's record is now 1-5, but a much more entertaining 1-5 team. I mean, a couple of those games that they played could have gone the other way, and so again, it's just a record. But I think you're going to see St. Louis Park play some great basketball as we hit the conference schedule.
Absolutely, I think Coach Brighton Bucher will have them ready.
All right, so again. We got to complete a doubleheader together. Tom, you're probably hungry by now.
I need
you gotta
to stretch.
Go home. I know. We're talking about the bleachers without the backs, and for us old guys without having to do 3.5 hours here sitting in one position. But well, we don't want to bore everyone with that one. So anyways,
a great game tonight.
It was. It really was, and we want to thank everyone for joining us. We want to thank our crew. Camera people, the producers, directors, everyone helping put on this game. So on behalf of Tom Whitlock, I'm Bruce Oberman saying so long here from St. Louis Park. Final score Edina 54, St. Louis Park 51. So long.